Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Not sure whether I said it too soon then. Come on to do just a short video and clicked on my iPad first and look what's on there. The first image that I've come across. Look at him. Sitting there, half naked, stroking his chest suggestively. Who the hell does he think he is? Omar Sharif. This is content, folks. This is content. He strips off almost every live stream, apparently.
How do you know all of it?
Remember that one where we saw the end of his, whatchamacallit? This is content. There are people watching. Why isn't he talking to people? You know, talking to people like I'm talking to you. He's learnt well, hasn't he? How to grift. That was right at the end of it anyway. So it'll be finished in a minute. Let's see if I can get the beginning of it. But who are these women? Who are these women who talk to him? I know that there's one Angel Horns. I think she used to be Angel Hands. And I left a comment the other day about, you know, he gets his fingers all over the screen like this. Ooh, it's so aggravating. And I left a comment the other day, you know, put the screen on the counter and stop messing it with your bony fingers all the time. So, of course, Angel Horns addressed me and said something like, thank you for coming across with your wisdom. What do you suggest he does with his bony fingers? Want me to tell you? Those same bony fingers allegedly stabbed 2 people, so they're not entirely without strength, are they? And again, those allegedly bony fingers and bony hands, allegedly, cause strife to Foodie, you know. Well, we did see him once, didn't we, swiping her across the head, her bald head, and she laughed at it. I think she must have thought it was a term of endearment. No, a man lays his hands on you like that, that's not a term of endearment at all. And in public at that, where we could all see it plain as day. So, men like that, what do I think of them? They're not real men, not real men. I don't. Okay. This is what gaslighting does, because there can be different strands to the same story. You could all be working together. You, Nader, Salah, a few other people, in order to rake in more views and more money. You could be working together. I'm sure that you and Nader at the beginning and for a good while were certainly playing everybody. As soon as your live stream ended, his would start. round and round it would go, the merry-go-round. And it was so blatant, and yet nobody seemed to be calling you out on it, and people were watching. That couldn't go on forever. And of course, Dee Dee now, initially I believe that she was in on it as well, maybe still is. And she came in very coy, very shy, didn't want to be on camera, didn't speak very much. And now there are times that she, you know, she can take over at times, it appears. And the time that Nader was fully naked, you know, we saw Dee Dee pleasuring him in some way. So she's no longer backward in coming forward on videos. And I don't think that she ever was really. It was all, it's a stage. They're all players on the same stage, the same rotten stage. And I wish it would collapse and take them all with them. Take them all with it. All that rotten wood. At the moment, Foodie, I haven't looked properly, but I believe that she's deleted her Instagram because people were stealing her pictures and using them. I don't think that's the reason why, though, because people take her videos, don't they? And she says, you steal my videos. I think with the Instagram, it was more Foodie's concern over what people were going to be saying about her interactions with King Tut the other night. Because, you know, there's no doubt is there, regardless of whether it's a sham marriage or whether it's not. The fact is that Salah was disrespected on the World Wide Web. And to disrespect a man, a Muslim man, is very serious in their religion. They believe they've been cuckolded and that they can't allow their wife to get away with it. And I did mention in a video yesterday that the first thing is to verbally chastise her, then ban her from your bed if she sleeps with you at all. I can't see that there'd be much room in that bed, to be honest. Ban her from your bed, secondly. And the third one is to give her a walloping, but make it so that she's not bruised and that it isn't apparent that she isn't walking funny after you've almost broken her legs. And these are the things, these are the tenets that are set out in Islam for a man to do if his wife disrespects him in public. And you've certainly disrespected him. Chantal, you said to Dee Dee, I could come back and have him back any time, B-I-T-C-H, and you know it. I don't believe you can. And the reason I don't believe you can is what I mentioned before. Dee Dee's got an apartment, probably paid for. She's probably had severance pay, probably got a pension. Doubtless got savings, is looking towards an inheritance when, you know, a mother passes, sadly. She's got all these things going for her, plus she's clean and presentable and she behaves herself. She'll do anything for him. And I think that although you do anything for him also, you don't have the aforementioned assets, and neither do you have the pull now that you had on YouTube? It's gone. You know, you've lost so many views. And your comment section on Instagram, as I say, that's why you closed it down. You didn't want Salah seeing all the comments about what you were doing the night you were on Nader's stream. You didn't want Salah finding out the things that you'd said. But if he studied the internet, if you went onto Kiwi Farms, for example, I'm sure he'd find everything. And he wouldn't take kindly to it. Plus, Chantal, you get back to Canada as a married woman and, you know, say Nader invites you over, him and Dee Dee just as a friend. And what happened before happens again with the three of you. And Salah finds out. Do you know what the punishment can be in Islam for a wife who commits adultery? Well, it's happened in the past when women have committed adultery, and stones and sand come to mind. I think that you need to watch your step. And I think that if you truly are married, whether it's a game, whether you're all working together or anything else, if you are married, then you need to stop doing what you're doing. Show your husband some respect and grow up. Because those two would have you back in a heartbeat. They'd expect you to bring them wine, cigarettes, substances every time you went. They'd expect you to get on the purple mattress, pleasure them both, and they would put you back in your box and tell you to stay there until the next time they invited you over. And that's all that you're ever going to be offered by them. You can't have him back. And the most you will ever have from them is what I've just said. So weigh that up against having a husband, maybe. I'll be back later, folks. Bye-bye.